Good evening. Please rise and join as Kayla Domagala, a member and the president of the class of 2025, leads us in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Thank you so much, Kayla. Thank you very much. So once again, good evening. My name is Dan Grooms, and I am the Stephen Jules Gard Dean of the College of Veterinary Medicine. And on behalf of Iowa State University and the College of Veterinary Medicine, it is indeed and truly my honor to welcome you this evening for this grand event, the White Coat Ceremony for the Class of 2027. Class of 2027, I am honored and delighted to be here tonight with you, your family, your friends, our professional colleagues that are joining us here on the stage, and our distinguished guests. The White Coat Ceremony marks an important step on your journey to becoming a veterinarian, a dream many of you have had for as long, I'm sure, as you can remember. And it is no small accomplishment to get where you are sitting here tonight, a member of the 148th class of the oldest public college of veterinary medicine in the United States. Congratulations on this great accomplishment. A round of applause for the class of 2027. The next 4 years of your life will be spent receiving a world-class veterinary medical education. Each day will be exciting and challenging. You will be pushed to become the very best veterinarian that you can be. You may not enjoy every day, but I promise you that it will be an unforgettable experience. Be assured that the people here tonight, those at home who could not attend, and those waiting for you at the College of Veterinary Medicine when you show up for class on Monday, will be backing you all the way. All of us want you to succeed, and we pledge to help you gain the knowledge and the skills to become a valuable member of this noble profession. Along with the excitement of starting on this road, you also take upon yourselves a very real responsibility. You have a responsibility to serve animals, their owners, and their caregivers, and the public, and to engender the trust and respect of all whom you interact with. You have a responsibility to your instructors, your classmates, your family, your friends, and future clients and patients to do all that you can do to become a veterinarian of great ability and of unimpeachable ethical conduct. Tonight, you will sign the Student College Honor Code and make a pledge stating the veterinary student's oath, symbolizing your commitment to take upon yourself these responsibilities. We are honored to share this significant moment with you tonight. And in less than 4 years, and in fact, in exactly 1,358 days, we will return to this facility and confer to you the degree of Doctor of Veterinary Medicine. And upon graduation, you will join colleagues like those joining me here tonight in one of the most meaningful, challenging, and fulfilling professions in the world. As the Dean of this great College of Veterinary Medicine, I once again wish to congratulate you, your families, friends, and supporters. Welcome to Iowa State University's College of Veterinary Medicine. Once again, a round of applause for the class of 2027. I would now like to invite to the podium the 2023-2024 SAVMA President, Hannah Burrows, to share some of her thoughts. Hannah.
Good evening, class of 2027, family, friends, and white coaters. My name is Hannah Burrows, and on behalf of the student body, it is my pleasure to welcome you to Iowa State and the College of Veterinary Medicine as the president of ISU SAVMA, also known as the Student American Veterinary Medical Association. We decided to go away. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Okay, this is technology. All right, VM1s, I have enjoyed meeting you over orientation, and you were all great sports and engaged in the lovely, awkward get-to-know-you activities. I am thankful for that, thank you. But through them, I hope you made some memories that are funny to remember and reflect on graduation day. I am sure everyone has been preaching to you through orientation that vet school will be hard. You will study more than you did in undergrad and still not get the same grades, and sometimes you'll even question why you're here. While all of these are true, they do not need to be dwelled upon. It is simply one of those things you do not really grasp until the extent that you experience it. What I do want to encourage you all to try and remember is that vet school is not all about your classes or even your rotations. It's also about meeting new lifelong friends, networking with veterinary professionals and students all across the nation, trying new clinical skills, and even stepping even more out of your comfort zone than you already are. So someone once told me, don't let academics ruin your learning. So take advantage of veterinary conferences, chat with your professors about their work and hobbies, and do not be afraid to take a break. Some of my regrets in vet school are not that I wish I studied more, but I wish I had not passed up some of these opportunities so much. Now, this does not mean I'm not saying do not study. You all are high-achieving individuals, and I guarantee you will. Okay, what I'm saying is just make sure you balance studying with the extracurriculars and outside fun time. I wish I could tell you the perfect formula to balance everything, but everyone is different. So you need to experiment with what works best for you, kind of look around at your classmates, see what they're doing, and try it out and see if it works for you. If not, try something else, it's okay. Vet school is a perfect place to meet new people, try new things, so keep an open mind. You may be surprised where it leads to. Or at least make some friends with someone who is interested in a different species than you, so then you can call them when you need help. I've already told some of my classmates to be expecting calls from me. Lastly, to the parents, families, friends, and significant others, even though your vet student will have to do all the studying, you have an important job too. It'll be like your student is your pet, okay? You will need to see that they are eating food, something nutritious and not junk food preferably, and getting healthy fluids. You'll need to see that they eventually will memorize the path of the blood that takes to the kidneys, but they will forget how to go to the grocery store, okay? And a lot of them are also probably food motivated, treat motivated, so when getting down, pull out some of those healthy snacks. It makes a world of a difference, okay? And most importantly, consistent encouragement and love is necessary. They most likely won't ask for it, but give it anyways. I look forward to getting to know your class as colleagues even more, and I wish each and every one of you good luck on the start of this new chapter. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. This is my technology, by the way. So. At this point, we will welcome the class of 2027 to the professional program by ceremonial coding. I will call the class of 2027 to the stage, whereupon they will be coded individually by our platform guests. veterinarians, and faculty members. The students will sign the honor code, which will be witnessed by you and our College of Veterinary Medicine Honor Board Chair, Heather Peterson. The escorting marshals for this year's ceremony are class of 2026 students Catherine Aronson and Aaron Peterson. Introducing members of the class of 2027 will be Dr. Monica Howard, our Assistant Dean for Student Success. Marshals, please present the class of 2027 to be coded.
Edem Abushakur. Bethany Allers Sisler. Nicole Anderson. Andrea Asaturian. Dawn Baker Jackson. Bobby Joe Bellman. Brell Bemis. Timothy Benz. Holly Bland. Emma Bach. Carrie Bonkemeyer. Seth Boss. Morgan Broderick. Kelly Braun. Victoria Brenke. Alicia Burleson. Nicole Carlone. Andrew Christensen. Grace Clark. Heidi Clemenson. Cody Cole. Isabel Cole. Caroline Cummin. Aaliyah Consigli. Brooke Corson. Maggie Crane. Maggie Cronk. Haley Culbertson. McKenna Daniel. Paxton DeHaan. Tara Deeds. Delaney Dykus. Courtney Donnelly. Allison DeRossi. Colin Dorzinski. Emma Doyle. Chaden Dutcher. Morgan Dubinsky. Caitlin Ehrlich. Callie Fay. Katie Fesenmeyer. Julie Fisher. Lee Forgy. Keisha Freeman. Eliza Frentress. Madison Friest. Julia Garrow. Sophia Gefter. Caitlin Goldsberry. Carson Hagelman. Shania Hamid. Ben Hargens. Noah Hartleben. Jessica Haugen. Courtney Herman. Colette Hawking. Macy Holmes. Sydney Huggins. Harley Jans. Audrey Gestel. Emily Johansson. Liliana Johnson. Kira Jones. Abigail Casca. Morgan Kirsch. Ashley Klosky. Jacqueline Knapp. Maddie Lahr. Katie Lambries. Victoria Lane. Vanessa Lennon Million. Katie Lusink. Elpitha Liakos. Luchan Lin. Sydney Long. Nina Linton. Gracelyn McGuire. Ashley Malone. Megan Marchese. Tiffany McGee. Alexandra McEntee. Savannah Meyer. Bailey Middleton. Macy Moore. Bailey Morris. John Morrison. Molly Niewarner. Letitia Nolte. Samantha O'Brien. Isamari Ochoa. Megan Utzman. Morgan Ostrander. Abby Powles. Lena Patel. Elise Patton. Elise Paulson. Murray Perkins. Haley Peters. Chloe Quinn. Adrian Ramirez Clare. Haley Rice. Zoe Robbins. Ashley Roan. Shelby Root. Olivia Saul. Aiden Saxton. Hannah Shizzle. Emma Siegford. Colin Schultz. So-min Shin. Madeline Summers. Samantha Spanbauer. Autumn Stalder. Mary Stoddicker. April Stitch. Emmanuel Taylor. Erica Julius. Talia Vira. Nicole Villalone. Leopoldine Violet. Alex Webster. Mackenzie Weigel. Allison Windenhoff. Catherine Williams. Lyle Williams. Rebecca Wilson. Reese Wooden. Veda Zillig. Emma Zwart.
Thank you, Dr. Howard. Thank you to our coders, and most importantly, congratulations once again to the class of 2027. One more round of applause. It is now my pleasure and honor to introduce my colleague, Dr. Sean Nicholson, President of the Iowa Veterinary Medical Association. Dr. Nicholson is a 1998 graduate of the Iowa State University College of Veterinary Medicine. He and his wife, Amy Crane, own and manage 2 mixed animal practices in central Iowa. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Nicholson to the podium. Sean?
Thank you, Dean Grooms. On behalf of the Iowa Veterinary Medical Association, or IVMA, and myself, I want to welcome you to the next step of your professional academic journey. I'm very excited to be a part of this white coat ceremony. This is my first experience, neither as a coder or a student. We never had this when I entered vet school some 29 years ago, and I actually had to borrow a white coat from the dean. Most of my work is behind a cow, and it's not conducive to wearing white. So I asked several students that were interning with us this summer what they remember from the white coat ceremony, and they said it was kind of a blur. They were nervous and excited, but they really enjoyed the snacks. They remembered that. So we'll keep my comments brief so we can enjoy some snacks later. I'm just going to touch on one basic factor that I think is critical to get the most out of your academic training here at the college. And Ms. Burrows alluded to that, and that factor is teamwork. I know all of you are very intelligent, motivated young individuals with a great future. Up to this point, you've had to be somewhat competitive as well to get to this point, to get here. Now that you're here, you'll have to put that competitiveness aside. Sure, you always want to do your best, but I think you'll find over time that a collaborative effort while learning all the difficult material will make it easier and hopefully more fun. And please remember to have fun once in a while. You can't study all the time. There are many ways to have fun. You will develop lifelong bonds and friendships here. Some friendships will be stronger than others. Some of you will become more than friends, as Dean Grooms mentioned about myself. I married a classmate, and I can say that there was, I think, 5 marriages out of our class, and as far as I know, they're all still together. So that's amazing in today's world. In 4 years after you earn your DVM degree and leave Iowa State, I hope you continue to use teamwork in your professional setting, discussing cases with your colleagues at work, discussing cases potentially with your old classmates, getting consults from the university, and so forth, will be vital to helping you practice even better veterinary medicine. Also regarding teamwork, I'm representing the IVMA, so I should put in a small plug for them. Once you graduate, I hope you consider joining our professional organization. The IVMA is involved in a lot of things that will help you as a student and then eventually in your professional career. For students, we sponsor several events on campus at the school, and we also do a lot of fundraising and donations for scholarships. Once you earn your DVM, we provide continuing educational meetings. We lobby at the Capitol on your behalf, either to support or oppose potential legislation that can affect our profession. We also recently started a member assistance program which can help you with free counseling with things like legal, financial, and mental health issues, among many other topics. We have many committees that if you feel you want to get involved, that you can join. We are also involved in many activities that promote our profession in the general public, and especially to young people, to hopefully encourage some interest in becoming a veterinarian themselves one day. And the list goes on from there. The level of participation in organizations like the IVMA is up to you, but I can assure you the best part of it, being involved, is the camaraderie and the friendships you make along the way. It's all about teamwork. Thank you, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Dr. Nicholson. I would now like to invite Dr. Monica Howard back to the podium to lead the class of 2027 in the reciting of the veterinary student oath. Dr. Howard.
Class of 2027, would you please stand? In your book that you received, you will see a bookmark that has the veterinary student's oath. If you would please pull that out and repeat after me. At this time of being admitted to the Iowa State College of Veterinary Medicine, I pledge to dedicate my life through service to animals and humanity with respect, dignity, and compassion. To acquire the professional skills and knowledge that will benefit society through the care and welfare of animals and promotion of public health. to constantly and consistently adhere to high ethical standards at all times and in all places. To respect the views of others and their individuality, and have a positive impact in all my interactions. I make this pledge freely with the understanding of the responsibilities it encompasses. You may be seated.
All right, I just got my marching orders. So, first of all, in closing, I would like to acknowledge the class of 2026 who have helped us with this ceremony. And importantly, Dr. Monica Howard, who is really the driving force behind organizing this ceremony. Let's give all of them a round of applause. Also, our participating veterinarians here on the stage, our CVM faculty, financial support from the IVMA and the Veterinary Medical Alumni Association, and really, most importantly, the support of everybody here in the audience for our class of 27. I would remind you for our class of 2027 that after we conclude, please stay where you're at. We're going to have a group picture, so don't leave. After the ceremony, we will all be going over to the Sheeman Hall, which is on the same level down the walkway here, just to the north for a reception. I believe very expensive cookies and lemonade is what I heard. At this time, oh, and for also class of 27, don't forget to pick up your belongings that you might have out back. So, all right, at this time, I'd like to please ask you to rise, and I'm going to invite Kayla back up to the podium to lead us in the singing of the Bells of Iowa State, at which time the ceremony will be concluded.
Thanks.
Green hills for thy throne, and for crown a golden melody, ringing in the hearts of all who bring thee love and loyalty. Dear Alma Mater, make our spirits great, true and valiant, like the bells of Iowa
You are dismissed.